Well, joining me now to unpack what was in the budget today, we have Marie Butriani from the G. Raymond Chang School of Continuing Education, Nelson Wiseman from the University of Toronto, and Jason Leader from Enterprise. Lots of discussion before we were up, but let's focus it now. We wanted to talk about asylum-seeking individuals because it looks like the Liberals put something in to appease some Conservative voters here. So it's $1.18 billion over 5 years to beef up border security. Is that enough, Jason?
I'm not an expert in this, but I don't know if it's enough. But I will say this: this is a smart defensive measure for them. This is not something they really wanted to do. This is an absolute mess. It's been dogging them for the last couple of years. The Conservatives have been scoring a lot of points on this, and what this tells you is that the sort of immigration asylum seekers sort of bucket of debate is actually hurting them. It's one of those issues that when you poll and when you sit in a focus group, it actually bubbles up to the surface very. So this is the Liberal way of dealing with it, which is what we're going to deal with the backlog. We're going to make sure that if you're not supposed to be in the country, we kick you out, and we're also going to make sure that we sort of make sure that there's not a racist element to this kind of thing. So
because that's a fine balance, isn't it, Marie? That you really have to tread that line.
It is, but at the same time, this is not a problem that started yesterday. I remember when I was a cabinet minister in Ontario, we had the problem back then with Ottawa, two different kinds of government, Conservative and Liberal, by not having enough border controls. If they didn't do something, they'd get criticized for not doing something and letting too many people that shouldn't be in the country in. Now that they're doing something, we'll see what the reaction will be. Overall, I think it's necessary. I think it's positive. They also have other measures in here for people to get retrained, for other types of programs for people that should be here from other countries.
And Nelson, $45 million for an anti-racism strategy. So this is to quell all that fear-mongering and all the hatred that's permeating in social media, what Tina has talked about, even what's going on in Peterborough, even today.
I just see it as an advertising budget. I mean, they'll call it education, but it'll be ads on TV, you know, soft ads. I'm not opposed to it. I think it's perfectly good. What catches my eye about all of this is the term security, detecting, intercepting. Look, the problem isn't security. We don't have a history of actually terrorists coming into the country. The problem is people are very, very uncomfortable in this country, and I think Jason is onto it, about irregular migration.
We have a few seconds, so I want to poll each of you. Is this enough to have Canadians overcome SNC and the scandal that was SNC, Jason?
Absolutely not. I think they mismanaged the last couple of weeks. I think it's a deft attempt to try to change the channel. It's not going to do it.
Marie?
I think it depends on the election. Campaigns are important, and if they can keep talking about what they will be doing and what they have done, the economy's better, the jobs are, the job rate, the unemployment rate is very low. They've got a lot of good things for millennials, for seniors. As long as they keep on message during the campaign, they've got a chance.
Final word to you, Nelson.
It depends what unfolds now still in the SNC story, but I think Canadians are much more focused on that. The budget gets a lot of play today, a lot of play tomorrow, and the Liberals will focus on it during the election campaign. But between now and then, issues like immigration will count. I think the Conservatives are onto something. That's what they'll focus on, and SNC can still blow up very big.
Right. October is a long time away, isn't it? And campaigns are very long as well. Thank you to all of you for sharing your insight and expertise. Appreciate that.